Shankhalika, respected master of the ceremony, toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and august audience. You all might be wondering, why did I use this line to describe myself? Well, there is a little story behind it. I arrived long before my time, and my lungs weren't developed. My parents, doctors, and all near and dear ones kept their fingers crossed and prayed for me. But little did they know then that I was a born fighter. A single, life-saving shot had the ICU nurse rushing out to tell my father that his baby was blowing her lungs out. It was her scream that could be heard. He need not worry, he had a perfect little baby. I fought for my survival, and here I stand before you today, as perfect as a conch shell. That's what my name means. I was born on 11th of February on a bright Sunday afternoon. That makes me an Aquarian, and like all Aquarians, I have a crazy streak. We are a small nuclear family, my parents and us two sisters. My father, Mr. Sarkar, is an engineer working for SAVIC. He is kind, patient, but a very forgetful man, and an expert at losing his way. He got lost in Goa when we had gone for a short vacation. He went for his morning walk, took the wrong track, forgot the name of the resort, took two buses, and somehow managed to come back after 4 hours. My mother was all ready to call the police. And do you know, on the way back from the airport, he forgot the road to Jubail and took the road to Kuwait instead. My mother was screaming her head off in the car. I think my father is good material for stories for his grandkids. Apart from this little flaw, he is a great father and a great human being. My mother Samita, a teacher by profession, tends to act like a teacher even at home. Always instructing, Shankhalika, do this, do that, the list never ends. We share a David and Goliath relationship. Every time she comes screaming, I say, don't panic. She says, I'm not panicking. And I say, there, you go again. So this stops her, and I know I have won the battle. My sister Sampurna, who lives in Mumbai, is a very creative person. She is kind, outgoing, pleasant, confident, and loves meeting people. She is my best friend, philosopher, and guide. As a child, she would tease me by telling me that they had found me hanging from the branches of a tree and had decided to take me home. According to her, I had a very long tail, and every time I did something good, my tail kept getting shorter. So you see, I have no tail now. That makes me a good person, doesn't it? Now, she calls me Eeyore the donkey. From monkey, she has changed me into a donkey. And I don't know which animal comes next. But jokes apart, she really cares for me and goes out of her way to do things for me. I spent my first 5 years growing up in Mumbai with a cousin who is 3 months younger to me. We are practically twins. We drove everyone up the wall with our antics. With him, I share a Tom and Jerry relationship. We are the best of friends one minute and the worst of enemies the next. I still remember my first day at school. I bit the girl sitting next to me and poured water on the other. I was every teacher's nightmare. I was punished on my first day at school, and I'm still very proud of it. When in Mumbai, I grudged my mother working in a college as I had to go to school with the maid. But here in Jubail, what made me happy was that my mother was with me on the way to school, at school, and the way back. This is what I had always wanted. When my father relocated to Saudi, I remember telling my mother, I had forgotten what he looked like. This one sentence changed my whole life. And my mother quit her job, packed our bags, and took the first available flight, and we flew down to the kingdom. At times, I still wonder what my life would have been had I not made that fatal statement. I miss Mumbai, but at the same time, I like Jubail too. I am reminded of Robert Frost's line, "Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler." People find me very serious, but my close friends and classmates know what I really am. By nature, I am a very fun-loving person. I love laughing and making others laugh. I am very tech-savvy and have to have the latest gadgets. I would like to be a doctor, but the sight of blood makes my knees go wobbly. I wouldn't mind being an engineer, but every other person is one. I would like to do something different. Since I love playing with numbers and I'm pretty good at it, my plans right now are to be a chartered accountant. At the end of the day, I want to be a good human being, true to myself and answerable only to God.